Hey guys, Crystal Thompson here. Today I have 4 cards, 1 card kit series. We are doing basic cards with basic supplies that we all have in our craft rooms. We're going to begin with a clean and simple by stamping with several yellow and green inks and doing some of the stickers included in the kit. Second, we are doing a shaker with the components of the shakers along with our llama and a cute little sentiment. Third, we are watercoloring a rainbow using inks and doing some quick white embossing. And last but not least, we are doing a gold embossing with green and then just topping it off with all the embellishments. I hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial doing 4 cards with basic supplies. Thanks so much. Okay, for this first card, we are going to be using 1 sheet of the Doodlebug Lots of Luck Icons card stickers, along with Simon Says Stamp Ink and Sunshine, Green Apple, Green Leaf, and Lucky. We're going to begin with our cardstock that's been trimmed 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Then with the circles from the amazing 6x8 clear stamp set, we are going to ink all those different circles and all of our different inks that I mentioned earlier. And we're going to slightly overlap them. I like to leave my darkest colors for the last step. We're going to go ahead and clean all of our acrylic blocks and stamps and redo the same stamps with different colors. Once we're done with the stamping of the larger stamps, we're going to move on to using the little circles from the amazing clear stamp set. We're going to be doing those in the same colors that we stamped those large circles, and keep overlapping, trying to keep the images to the bottom right corner to leave some space for our sentiment. Now that we're done with the circles, we're going to place our sentiment. I am using You're Doing a Fantastic Job. I'm placing it on my misti. I'm going to stamp it with Simon Says black ink. I'm going to do about 2 or 3 stamps to get a really black, really crisp image, as I did overlap a little bit on that B on the circle. Now we're going to place the bottom strip from the Doodlebug's Lots of Luck Icons cardstock strips. We're going to just trim that bottom, remove the backing, and try to keep a straight edge from the bottom of the cardstock. Once that's done, we're going to flip that around so we can cut straight on the edge. We're going to add some of the golden foil stickers from the gorgeous Doodlebug Lots of Luck Icons. And then we're going to add the sequins. And it's from the Buttons Galore and More Lucky Charms embellishments. And you can find these on the Simon's Stamp store. For the glue, I am using just regular clear Tombow glue, but you can use any of your embellishment or favorite adhesive that you have. Now for our second card, we're going to be doing a shaker using the gorgeous Woolly Lucky 3x4 clear stamp set included in the March 2019 Lucky Rainbow card kit. We're going to be using a regular square die, the embellishments, 2 of the Green Apple cardstock, the Doodlebug Lots of Luck Icons cardstock stickers, and 1 of pieces of acetate. Of course, for shakers, we need lots of glue and foam adhesive. We're going to begin by die cutting from the Green Apple cardstock, the rectangular. We're going to cut 2 of those, 1 from the card base and 1 from an extra card base that I'd cut to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. As you can see, these are not straight cuts. I wanted them to be a little wonky just for fun. We're going to add some adhesive to the back part panel. And then we're going to add our sheet of vellum or tissue paper. In my case, I'm using a little bit of tissue paper. Now we're going to move on to the acetate part onto the other piece. I'm going to add foam adhesive. This is just going to raise that look so it doesn't look so flat. Going to add some more foam adhesive to the part that has the vellum or the tissue paper. I'm going to add my embellishments and try to spread them out so it's not so bulky, and then press those together to create a gorgeous window where you can put your cardstock on the back and it really shows through. Now we're gonna add some of the clover leaves from the doodlebug lots of luck icons. Just kind of spread them all over the place. Now we're gonna add the cute little woolly lucky that I have pre-colored and hand cut. Now for a sentiment, we're gonna stamp in green leaf the woolly lucky to have you. We're gonna stamp it on just regular white cardstock. Then using our scissors, we're gonna cut a little part of the corners to make a ribbon-like shape on it. Using foam adhesive, we're gonna stick it on the back and place it under our woolly lucky. For a finishing touch, we're gonna use some of the clover leaves from the Buttons Galore and More Lucky Charms embellishments. And there's just some gorgeous little stars and clear sequins. For our third card, we're doing a little bit of watercolor. We are going to begin using the rainbow and the two little clouds. We're going to need black and white cardstock. For the sentiment, you are going to need I'm So Glad You're My Friend from the amazing clear stamp set. For the rainbows, Teeny Bikini, Lipstick Red, Clementine, Sunshine, Green Apple, and Blue Jay. Also going to use white embossing powder and some brushes and cardstock. The color inspirations were actually directly from the sticker from the Doodlebug's Lots of Luck. We're going to use a piece of acetate. In my case, I'm using just a sheet protector. And I'm going to stamp the ink directly onto that sheet protector, and that's where we're going to grab it. I know some people like to grab the color from the lids of their ink pads. Mine don't have any, they're brand new. So I am using a sheet protector, a piece of plastic, anything you like works. Now with a flat brush, I'm going to grab the color from each ink color and brush from the top to bottom, stopping about 3/4 of the card. That orange is really difficult to see, so I'm going to come back and do a second layer, but you can see we repeat the process in between colors. Be sure to clean your brush before moving on. For a really deep color, let it dry and then come back and add more. While that watercolor dries up, we are going to create a sentiment strip using the amazing clear stamp set. We're going to ink it up in clear ink and then come in with white embossing powder, cover that up, and heat set with the heat gun. When that is done, go ahead and cut it into a strip with your paper trimmer or scissors if you're a really good straight cutter. Now we're going to begin by placing our card together. We're going to place our watercolor cardstock onto some of Lawn Fawn's really rainbow scallop 6x6 paper pad with flat adhesive. We're going to use the rainbow stickers from the Doodlebug Lots of Luck, putting some foam adhesive on the back, adding the two little clouds on top of that, and then foam adhesive on the bottom of that sentiment. To finish up, we're going to use some of the stars from the Buttons Galore and More Lucky Charms embellishments. Super cute little gold stars and gorgeous clear crystals. Last but not least, we are doing some ink blending. We're going to begin with the I'm So Very Proud of You and the circles. You'll also need some gold embossing powder, the Lucky ink pad, Lucky Clover from Distress Oxide, your embellishment, and white paper. We're going to begin by placing on one corner of the Misti my circles. I'm going to be using this and I'm going to rotate the actual card. We're going to come in with the embossing pad. It's going to be clear. We're going to grab it, ink up, get our gold powder, put it all over those gorgeous circles, and then heat set. Once that has heat set, we're going to turn over the card, ink up those circles again, come in with our embossing powder, heat set, and repeat. You're going to repeat to do it on all four sides. Once all 4 sides are done, we are going to do the sentiment. We're going to place the sentiment from Amazing. We'll put it right in the center. I like to use my misti, especially using some big of those sentiments. Come in with my clear ink, stamp it up, cover it with gold embossing powder, and heat set. Now we're going to do ink blending with the Lucky. This is included in the card kit. You're probably wondering why I'm using Lucky Clover. It's a really similar color, and the reason why, I just wanted to do some of those gorgeous distress oxide splatters that are so popular right now. You don't have the distress oxide, don't worry about it. You just use the Lucky included in the pad. We're going to get all the color around the circles really, really dark, and try to leave that center light so it looks like a spotlight. We're going to do some flickers of water so it shows through on that distress oxide. And then with a piece of a paper towel, we're just going to come in and mop it up a little bit and rub off the color from that gold embossing, and you'll see how it resists all the colors and it really, really pops up, and it makes everything just a little lighter. For a finishing touch, we're going to be adding some of the buttons galore, more Lucky Charms embellishments with clear glue. And that does it. What did you think of these tutorials? I hope you've enjoyed them. Please give this video a thumbs up, come back and subscribe. Have a great day.